Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could shake up the entire NFC East and really set the Giants on a new course for the upcoming seasons. Rumors are swirling, and sources close to the situation, like ESPN's Adam Schefter, are hinting at a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the division landscape. The buzz is that the Green Bay Packers, sitting at an impressive 6-3 record and with a solid backfield already in place, might be looking to move on from Josh Jacobs. And if this happens, it's not just about the Packers replacing a player. It's about the Giants stepping into a power position with a game-changing addition. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would the Packers trade Jacobs? Well, the reasoning is pretty strategic. The Packers, who have shown they're in win-now mode, are reportedly willing to part ways with Jacobs in exchange for a 2026 second-round pick. This move would free up around $15 million in cap space, which they could then redirect towards extending key players like quarterback Jordan Love or bolstering their already strong defensive line. The Packers are also mindful of their offensive line's wear and tear, especially after allowing 18 points per game this season. They want to keep their roster flexible and sharp for that playoff push, and trading Jacobs fits into that plan perfectly. So what does this mean for the Giants? Well, if the trade goes through, the Giants could be looking at adding a player who's not just a star but a true difference maker, Josh Jacobs. This isn't just about upgrading the running back position, it's about transforming the entire offensive dynamic. Jacobs, who's been lighting up the field with the Packers, would bring a level of explosiveness that the Giants have been craving. His profile is impressive. In 2025, through just 9 games, he's already carried the ball 162 times for 748 yards, averaging 4.6 yards per carry, with an eye-popping 1 rushing yards per game. He scored 6 rushing touchdowns and also caught 25 passes for 180 yards and a touchdown. His career stats speak volumes: over 0 rushing yards, 50 rushing touchdowns, and a solid 2 grade from PFF. Plus, he's known for breaking tackles, with a 22% broken tackle rate, and he's a Pro Bowler for 2024 with minimal injury history. And just imagine what Jacobs could do in New York. His power and vision would complement Saquon Barkley perfectly, adding a new dimension to the Giants' ground game. With Jacobs in the backfield, the Giants could potentially push their rushing yards per game up by another 120 yards, making their offense more balanced and unpredictable. His ability to generate missed tackles, around 15%, would create more opportunities for big plays, especially in division matchups against rivals like the Cowboys and Eagles. Plus, his presence would open up the passing game, forcing defenses to respect the run and creating mismatches all over the field. The reasons behind this potential move are clear. The Packers, with a cap hit of about $15 million for Jacobs, are focusing their financial resources on extensions for Jordan Love and other key defensive players. They've also seen their offensive line show signs of wear, leading to an average of 18 points allowed per game. Trading Jacobs now, while he's at peak value, makes sense. They can maximize their draft capital before he hits the decline phase, which is inevitable in the NFL. Meanwhile, the Giants, with roughly $10 million in cap space, are a bit more cautious, but also eager to upgrade their backfield. Their current running game isn't quite at the level they'd like it to be. PFF grades suggest their backfield is around a 70, which is serviceable but not elite. They're looking for that extra spark, that extra punch, and Jacobs could be exactly what they need, especially in a division as competitive as the NFC East. Now let's talk about the impact of adding Jacobs to the Giants. It's not just about one player, it's about the ripple effect across the entire team. His addition could lead to a significant jump in their rushing efficiency, potentially increasing their yards per carry by 2 yards and raising their EPA per run by about 12%. That's a huge boost, especially considering the Giants' recent struggles to establish a consistent ground game. With Jacobs, they could see their rushing attack become one of the most feared in the league, pushing their total rushing yards per game well over 120, a mark that would make defenses think twice before stacking the box. The influence on the offense would be substantial. The Giants' overall possession time would increase, keeping their defense fresh and on the sidelines longer. Their ability to control the clock and dictate tempo would improve dramatically, making them less predictable and more dangerous. And with Jacobs' complementary skills to Saquon Barkley, teams would find it much harder to defend the Giants' rushing attack. This would create mismatches in the passing game, as defenses would be forced to respect both backs, opening up the field for Daniel Jones and his receivers. The Giants have been eyeing a potential offensive rebuild, and this move could be the spark that ignites their entire offensive scheme. Looking at the broader picture, adding Jacobs would give the Giants a real shot at elevating their Super Bowl odds. Right now, their chances are modest, but with a ground game that can control games and wear down opponents, they could see their odds improve from plus 50, 0 to around plus 30, 0, making them a more serious contender. Historically, teams that dominate ground control tend to have better playoff success, echoing what we saw with the Eagles in 2023. The Giants, with a more balanced attack, could become a nightmare for defenses, especially in crunch time. Their ability to sustain drives and keep their defense rested would increase dramatically, giving them a better shot at making a deep playoff run, and who knows, maybe even reaching that elusive Super Bowl stage again. Of course, it's not just about the on-field impact. This trade would send a message to the rest of the league. The Giants are serious about competing now. They're willing to invest in proven talent to accelerate their rebuild and make a statement that they're here to contend. The NFC East is fierce, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all vying for supremacy. But if the Giants manage to land Jacobs, they'd be bringing a piece to the puzzle that could push them over the top. It's the kind of move that could turn a good team into a great one, especially if they pair Jacobs with their existing core and make strategic additions in the draft and free agency. Now, let's not forget the history of strategic trades like this. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off big time. The Giants have been building steadily, with Daniel Jones showing flashes of brilliance, and their defense, led by the likes of Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeaux, is trending upward. Adding a player like Jacobs, with his proven production and ability to change games, could be the final piece of the puzzle. It's about maximizing their window, pushing for that playoff spot, and perhaps even making a splash in the postseason. The NFC is wide open, and with a few strategic moves, the Giants could surprise everyone. So fans, keep your eyes on this developing story. If the trade goes through, it's going to be a game changer. The Giants could be setting themselves up for a serious shot at the postseason, and maybe even a Super Bowl run. It's an exciting time to be a Giants fan, and I'm telling you, this could be the move that defines their upcoming seasons. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and get ready for what could be one of the most exciting chapters in Giants history. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on the potential of adding Josh Jacobs to the roster? Do you think this move could finally push the Giants into serious Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news and analysis. Let's go Big Blue.